It's most unfortunate that whatever you do, particularly now that we're in political period, everything you do, people attach it to politics. You do right, nobody will know that, nobody will talk about whether you are right. Unfortunately, again, whatever that happens in River State now, they say, look, it's because so persons, so people are with Atiku. And that is why I'm doing what I'm doing. People say it's vindictiveness. It will be quite unfair. It will be quite unfair that for anybody to say that. If it was vindictiveness in the first place, I would have refused it. When the State Assembly came to me that this is what they want to do, why would I have refused it? In 2007, May 27, it's usually the birthday of my predecessor, Rotimi Amechi. I was the council chairman then. All of us who were supporting Amechi then to be governor, we took out adverts to congratulate him on his birthday. This was 27th of May, 2007. As we still have about 7 months to go. That tenure. Omehia was sworn in May 29th, 2007 as governor. Immediately he was sworn in, Omehia dissolved us. Because we took adverts congratulating my predecessor, Rotimi Amechi. So that alone, having it in mind, and if I want to be vindictive, there's no way I would have recognized Omehia. That shows vindictiveness. You did this to me, I will also do you back. But when the assembly mooted the idea that, look, you've been a governor, there's no way, for whatever reasons, anybody can say he was never a governor. They are the lawmakers, and they said, look, that's okay, go ahead. And they did it. And if there are emerging facts now that shows that, look, what we did was wrong, because it would look as if we are challenging the Supreme Court, and that we have always talked about this state respecting the rule of law.
But did it have to happen at the time it fell out with you?
Oh, fell out with me. Is it not in PDP?
Well,
I mean, PDP
a lot of people said is more towards the presidential candidate of your party. Now,
How?
And that it was because of that that the State House of Assembly took that.
Did he not support me for the primaries? So, if he did not support me, and then you would have said, okay, he was fighting me. So what was that going to do?
A question, Your
Am I
Excellency.
fighting Atiku?
Yes. So a question, Your Excellency, that might emanate from that is the fact that if you, agreed that the House of Assembly should go ahead with it at that time, and now there's a reversal of this, and it's not as if, the recipient clamored for, what happened. Why now tell him to refund, all the monies?
If what was done was illegal, it was not me that said so. I'm not a member of the assembly. I'm not a lawmaker. I'm an executive. But the point I'm saying is that if I was to show vindictiveness, I was to do it in that 2015. Because this was a man who dissolved the councils simply because we took advertorial, congratulating someone for his birthday, who was his rival, who was his enemy. And then I suffered it. I did not complete my tenure as the chairman of local government. 7 months. So what I'm trying to say that if I was to show vindictiveness as at 2015, That's when I want to show vindictiveness. Why should I recognize this one who deserves, who didn't allow me to complete my
perhaps the political enemy there wasn't him, but Rotimi.
No. I just came in 2015. And I must also tell you, when I was running for governorship, the primaries, Omehia did not support me. The facts are clear.
I thought you said he supported you for the primaries.
No, I'm talking about presidential.
Okay.
I'm talking about governorship then.
Oh, I see.
He was one of those who didn't want me to be. So that alone should even make me not to recognize you.
But help us understand this, Your Excellency. How is it that facts just emerged? The court ruling, by the way, was since 2007, right?
Yes.
So how is it that the facts just emerged 15 years after? And I recall that usually, before those decisions are taken, you get advice from the Attorney General. There's institutional memory, such that you look at those judgments and say, oh, the court has made a pronouncement. So isn't it curious that it's just 15 years after that those facts that are actually out there, really, for everybody, just emerged?
15 years, how?
Maybe it meant what? It meant 2015.
For 15 years. I've not been in office for 15 years.
No, I'm saying the court's ruling that said he wasn't a candidate in the election.
Yes.
I mean, it's been way before he came into office. It's out there. But you said that it was based on new discoveries, that he now took that decision to reverse it. So isn't it curious that you just found out that?
What is curious, that today, I'm not aware of certain events that took place yesterday. Then when I left office, I became aware. And I said, how did this thing happen? I was not aware. But I'm not aware. First of all, being aware, what can I do to remedy that? I cannot do anything because I'm no longer in the office. But I'm in the office. I've become aware. And what was done was wrong. What is wrong in remedying it?
So you were not aware in 2015?
No, I'm just giving you an illustration.
Okay, but
I'm saying that for what I'm saying.
Right.
I've just given an illustration. Listen, I'm in office today. I've left tomorrow. I will leave tomorrow. People are bringing facts to me. This happened. I said, how can you say that? I'm not aware. And in that situation, what do? I can't make amends. I've left office. Okay, I'm not in office. And something that has happened has now come to me that, look, see what happened. You may not have been aware of this. What do I do now in the office? I have a right to amend.
So perhaps
what I'm trying to say is that if you are saying assembly, why were they not aware? You go and ask assembly, why were they not aware?
But yes,
and there's let me finish.
Right.
So the public will get all gist. That's why we say, why do we always impute motive in everything that's been done? What you should have asked. Take for example, what assembly did that time? Were they right? Were they right? If they were not right, and are trying to correct themselves now, why do you read meaning to read? Why didn't you read meaning when they did what they did? That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Political for his own election.
Couldn't you have saved him?
Political what?
For the politics of it.
In fact, it's even affecting us by taking that decision. APC is now saying that they were right. So why would I want to haunt myself politically? APC is now accusing us that they were right. So you cannot see that. What you should be able to praise the State Assembly, but for taking the bull by the horn. So say, look, now we have further facts. Okay, take for example, Supreme Court has given judgments in that time. Right? The same Supreme Court have come out to say, look, with the circumstances now, that position cannot continue to stand. Now, why would you not say, why are you not changing that now?
I think these are two different things.
No, they are not two different things.
Because the Supreme Court did not...
Mr. Governor, they liken it to the case of Ernest Shonekan, who in the eyes of the law, originally is not the head of state. But then the point there is that at a point in time, he presided over the affairs of the country.
Yes.
So the period of time that Celestine Omehia presided over the affairs of this state, of course, he did a lot of things for the state.
I don't know which court gave that judgment about what's the name?
Shonekan.
Shonekan was only appointed, was not elected.
But he was recognized as one
Under
of the
the
past.
military government.
Okay.
First of all, military government is an aberration. Military government is an aberration.
Maybe the closest to what
So
happened
perhaps,
is the case.
perhaps to avoid digressing, Your
Yes,
Excellency,
yes.
to also, build on what Kayode has said, something is being reversed.
Yes.
And then you have put in some ultimatum on it again.
Yes.
It looks to the, common man that there is a bit of, if not retribution.
Who is the common man? Who has reached the common man?
Well, we are saying that, for instance, if you put an ultimatum to something because you're just reversing it, it looks a bit punitive, or as if you're saying, he did something wrong.
Okay, has the man said it is punitive? Has he challenged it? If it is punitive, the man who is affected will challenge it. You see, the problem we have, you are the one imputing. There are somebody said, look, you return this money because you ought not to collect the money in the first place. And they'll give you 7 days. What is wrong if you say, look, I can't pay 7 days. I can pay in 1 month's time. Although I can't pay, you are wrong. You challenge it. You must allow the law to grow. We must allow the law. You see, most of the things that happen, we don't give room for people to challenge actions of government. We're always sitting down imputing that this the common man said. And this time I ask people, who are the common men? When did you meet these common people?
Your Excellency.
You're merely saying what you have in mind.
No, I'm saying if you put
Your Excellency, this was a resolution of the House. And I'm wondering, at what point did it become something that you had to sign? Because it was a resolution of the House. And then
Is that
the issue
law?
of the enforcement of that resolution. Where does that leave Sir Celestine now?
First of all, when you say, is there any law that says that if a resolution is passed to the chief executive, it must take him 1 year, 2 months?
No, what I mean is it a law?
No, first of all, a resolution
Because we're wondering what to sign.
I'm correct. So that you know how government operates.
Yeah.
A resolution for directing the chief executive, that is the governor, to implement this resolution.
Okay.
Just like they did last time, by recognizing him, I implemented immediately. Now they did the same thing. I have not implemented immediately, and now there's a motive.
No, I'm wondering whether it's the instrument of implementation that you signed.
I have signed the instrument and it has been gazetted.
Where does that leave Sir Celestine?
Well, he has to pay or he can just in court.
It's been 7 days. Has he paid?
That is not for me to know. I will find out from the Attorney General.
What if he doesn't pay? What happens?
The Attorney General would advise. And I won't do the work of another person. The Attorney General will advise. Now that he has refused to pay, what is the next action to take?
But as of today, you're not aware that he has paid. Because it was exactly 7 days that you actually signed that instrument.
I can tell you something. I allow people to do their work. If it's exactly 7 days, so why not allow the 7 days to pass and ask, as been by the end of the work of day, that he has paid. So this answer I will be, if I say I have not paid, and then I go back to the office.
Because then you said that...
Listen, so that you get it clear.
Right.
Because the day has not ended.
Okay, so there's still some room for him to pay.
I mean, why not allow the day to expire? And then the 7 days are fully expired, and he has not paid. And then I call the Attorney General. And as I told you, listen, what has happened? Now that he has not paid, what actions are available for government to take? It's only the advice of the Attorney General that will let us know the next step that will take.